This is the story of the Son of God hanging on the cross.
Hi guys, happy summer. I hope you've been able to have some time visiting friends and family and been able to have a break. As you probably know, I just returned from some time in Israel. I had a chance to take 2 courses there, and from that adventure, which was definitely an adventure, I had some things I wanted to share, as well as a couple other things that were on my heart. Stepping through ancient ruins that were made by someone's hands 4,000 years ago, it was unbelievably incredible. But one of the weird things that came about was, this sense and presence of silence. And it was still there when we went to other places, including Shiloh, where the Ark of the Covenant rested, as well as when I got to peer into the wilderness, which was like greeting an old, maybe familiar friend. There was this constant silence that was with us, and I didn't understand it. So as I laid in bed and I tried to take Advil to help with my very sore muscles, as other things happened, like getting bum rushed by Muslim soldiers when I tried to do a handstand on the Temple Mount, which was not a good idea. I started thinking more and more about the silence, and slowly God began to reveal it to me. One of the times that we went to a site, we got to find this round rock that had a hole in the middle of it, and our professor was telling us that was indeed an ancient toilet, which belonged to someone that was of upper class or more elite, which was interesting. You were more elite, you would get your own toilet. So that was very, very odd and interesting. But I realized I was handling people's lives so many thousands of years ago, and that's when I started realizing what that silence was about. We know that these people back in the biblical times, they worshipped Yahweh, the Lord God. We know that. I've stood in synagogues where that was true. We can read ancient documents where that is true. But the more interesting thing is that they worshipped Yahweh, but they knew Yahweh. And I realized that this is the same Yahweh that you and I know. We worship the same Yahweh that they did thousands of years ago. So that is when I realized what the silence was. The silence was breaking through and helping open up our minds to realize that we are part of this massive story that God is weaving to display His magnificent glory. It's a story that began at creation and even before, and is going through these people who had this ancient rock toilet, all the way through to me sitting here and talking to you, and you sitting there listening to me. It's the same story that God will weave in years to come, in future generations, and even through eternity. This is just so huge, and we are such a small part of it, but still we get to play an important and crucial part of it. That's why the Lord created us and brought us into being. And that was what the silence was about. It was realizing what I was in the middle of. I was standing in such a representation of this massive story, of this massive God that we serve. And that just makes me silent. So that was one of my wonderful takeaways that I had in Israel. And I wanted to talk to you a little bit about my story. The Lord has shut many doors in my life, but He has, for whatever reason, reordered my life to include time here at Gordon Conwell. As you know, I've been able to spend the last year here at Gordon Conwell, and it's been absolutely incredible. Yet I do know that the Lord wants to do more with me here. He allowed me to have a presidential scholarship that is given to one student each year. Yet there still is an amount that is needed to cover the rest of tuition. And so, I just stand here, friends, and I ask you to consider financially supporting me, to be part of God's story, to join in my story that is also your story, which is part of God's story. I am in need of some people that are willing to step forward that will help cover the remaining amount of tuition to allow me to continue into the next year. I'd like to ask you to consider financially supporting me for this coming year, as well as maybe even into my third and final year. Any contribution is unbelievably appreciated. I don't take this lightly at all, and I intend to be faithful through God's strength with whatever it is that God entrusts me with. But please also know that any gift that you decide to give makes a tremendous difference. I work here in one of the departments at the school, and that allows me to cover my living expenses. So just know that any gift that you are able to contribute, it goes directly towards tuition that will enable me to continue studying. If you'd like to step forward and contribute, you can do that online at www.youcaring.com/SendSarahToSeminary. That's YOU caring, CARING.com/SendSarahToSeminary. You can Facebook me, or you can email me at sleong@gordonconwell.edu. I can definitely give you an address if you'd like to send something through regular mail. But I just really want you to know that I appreciate so many of you that have made a tremendous impact in my life in different ways, in different stages, in so many different blessings, and it means a tremendous amount to me, and I care deeply about that. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you, and I will continuously be praying for you.